Hi, my name is Christy Brune, and I'm a certified health coach and have been for about 6 years now. So, you have made the decision to get healthy. Congratulations. And you got this big box, and now you're wondering what the heck to do with all of it, right? Big box of healthy stuff. So, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through that and just kind of explain everything, how this is going to work so you can be successful. So, in your big box, you should have got a green folder. And in that folder is what we call a quick start guide. So I'd like you to get that now. Pause me if you need to. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over that together. Okay. So your quick start guide, the cover looks like this. I'm going to have you open to page 3, I believe. And it's where it's called the Lean and Green Meal. So this was a little bit confusing to me when I did the program. So I always like to make sure that this is understood and so you guys know what you're doing. So you'll see here that we have 3 different categories, 3 different little boxes here. The first one is a 7-ounce portion. And in here is the cooked weight. So you're going to cook it, then you're going to weigh it. So make sure you have a food scale. That's very important to get the best results. And then also it says plus 2 healthy fat servings. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but right now we're going to concentrate on the leanest protein choices that are 7 ounces. It's going to be all your white fishes, any crab, shrimp, lobster, if you eat game meat, deer, buffalo, elk, any ground turkey, chicken, or beef that's 98% lean or leaner. It's the really, really lean stuff. And then you do have some meatless options. So there's 14 egg whites or 2 cups of egg beaters. I love eggs, but I'm going to tell you, do not try to eat 14 egg whites or 2 cups of egg beaters in one sitting. That's a lot of food and a lot of volume of food. So it's really hard. Most people can't get that much in. But that's a good one to split. And we can split the lean and green, which we can talk about later on a phone call when we discuss. So the next little box there is a 6-ounce portion. Again, cooked weight, cook it, then you weigh it, and 1 additional healthy fat serving. And this is where your chicken breast is going to fall in, your ground turkey, chicken, beef, that's 95 to 97% lean. And again, you have meatless options there where you can have some extra firm tofu, or you can also do the 2 whole eggs plus 4 egg whites. That's much more doable in one sitting. So that's a better choice there. And then the next one is the least of the lean. So this is your 5-ounce portion. And because it's a little bit fattier or it's not as lean, you don't add an additional fat serving here. So this is going to be your salmon, your steak, your pork, any ground turkey or other meat that's, chicken, beef again, that's 85 to 94% lean. Again, you have meatless options of the tofu, and then also 3 whole eggs, but we limit you to that just once a week. Okay, so then we're going to go and talk about what is a healthy fat serving. Grab a pen if you can too, because I'm going to give you some guidelines to follow that you can write in right here. So a healthy fat serving is a teaspoon of oil. So it can be olive oil, flaxseed oil, any kind of oil, a teaspoon of that, or up to 2 tablespoons of a low-carb salad dressing. This is where you're going to want your pen so you can write this down. But anyway, you don't want a full fat and you don't want a fat-free. You want something light or low-carb. So you can turn the salad dressing bottle over, and what you're going to look for is, this is what you want to write down, is something that has 6 grams of carbs or less per serving, and approximately 5 grams of fat. So you do want it to have some fat because it counts as your healthy fat. If you buy a fat-free salad dressing, they take out all the fat, add sugar for flavor, and then that ups the carbs. So no fat-frees, no full fat, obviously too high in calories, too high in fat. So low carb or light. Some of my favorite are called, you can write this down too, Bolthouse Farms. It's BOLTHOUSE. And then Farms, FARMS. And those are awesome. They have a ton of different flavors. They're found in the produce section. So they're refrigerated. And you can find them at Walmart or grocery stores, even super markets. I've seen them, or health food stores. They're really tasty. Other options are, if you like olives, you can have 5 of the big ones, 10 of the small, black or green, and then also a teaspoon of trans fat-free margarine. Okay, so those are your healthy fats. So depending on what you choose in your lean is how many healthy fat servings you get. So if you choose tilapia, for instance, it's out of the 7-ounce portion. So you could cook it with a teaspoon of oil, and then you still have an extra fat to use. So then you could have a salad and use your salad dressing. So just make sure you get your healthy fat servings in. They are important. So don't skip those thinking you're skipping out on calories, okay? Then we'll go down to the green part of lean and green. So right here you see in big bold red letters, choose 3 servings from the green options list. And right above that is a bold paragraph, but it's small. So I want to make sure you see this. These are the veggies that we eliminate during the weight loss portion of the program because they are very high in carbs. So we're not going to have carrots, corn, peas, potatoes, onions, edamame, or Brussels sprouts. And that's just until we get you to your goal. But everything else listed is legit and you can use it. So it breaks down as 1 serving is a half a cup of vegetables for everything except for lettuce. So if you're going to have romaine, spinach, spring mix, that's a full cup. So you can have a great big salad and have 3 cups of lettuce. Or if you wanted to throw on tomatoes and mushrooms on your salad, you could have a cup of lettuce and a half a cup of tomatoes and a half a cup of mushrooms. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just want to make sure you get all 3 servings. Let's say you're going to have asparagus, which is down here. You have an all asparagus, you would have a cup and a half of asparagus. Or if you wanted broccoli, you could have a cup and a half of broccoli because a half a cup is a serving and you get 3 servings. Okay? Then we're going to scroll down that page to the extras. These are optional snacks for the 5 and 1. Don't get too excited. I know these are crazy, awesome goodiness, but if you are craving something crunchy, you can have 3 celery stalks. Maybe you have a sweet tooth, you can have a sugar-free popsicle or a sugar-free Jell-O. You see there too, we do have 3 pieces of sugar-free mint or gum. We do limit you to those just because they do have carbs. So we're just trying to keep your carbs low enough to keep you in a fat burn. If you are craving salty, you can have a couple dill pickle spears. And then you'll see that it lists nuts there, which is fine. But I do know that for most people, nuts seem to be a trigger food, meaning it's really hard to just eat 10 almonds or 20 pistachios and not want to reach back in and grab more. So just a word to the wise there, maybe just stay clear of the nuts, especially in the beginning until you get this down. And and they also add a lot of extra fat and calories. So just stay away from those if you can. And then we're going to talk about extra condiments. So a condiment is really anything that you're going to flavor your food with. And you'll see here at the bottom of the paragraph, you can have up to 3 servings a day. So this is going to be any of your herbs, spices, ketchup, barbecue sauce, mustard, salsa, your vinegar, soy sauce, sugar-free syrups, artificial sweeteners. It's all going to be a condiment. And the rule of thumb there is if it's 1 carb, it's 1 condiment. So if you're questioning if something should be a condiment or not, just know if it's 1 carb, it's 1 condiment. Something that's not on this list is unsweetened almond milk. So if you got cereal and you want to use milk, get some unsweetened almond milk, and you can have a cup of the Silk brand, S-I-L-K, for a condiment. That's a lot. Or there's the Blue Diamond that comes in a blue box, the Blue Diamond brand, and you can have a half a cup of that for a condiment because it is a little higher in carbs. So you might want to write that in there too. So Silk, S-A-L-K, is 1 cup is 1 condiment, and the Blue Diamond brand is 1/2 cup is a condiment. Okay? And then the next page you'll see are just some sample meal plans of how you can put your day together. It kind of talks you through with that. But the best part about this is there's no specific breakfast food or last meal of the day food. They all have the same nutritional footprint. So if you wake up and you want a brownie for breakfast, you can have that. And if you want a pancake before you go to bed, that as your last meal, that's fine. You just want to eat 5 of the replacement meals every day and 1 full lean and green. And that's something that you cook yourself. And usually people eat it in the evening with their families, but you can have it at lunch, you can have it at breakfast, or you can split it up. So you could have half for lunch and half for dinner, half for breakfast and half for dinner, whichever works for you. That's what makes this program so awesome. So and then go ahead and read the rest of the Quick Start Guide. It's a great little tool for you. You're going to want to keep this handy and refer to it often. And I am just going to tell you good luck. You're going to enjoy this. Congratulations for making this decision to make health a priority for yourself. And we're all here to support and cheer you on. So good luck, and we'll talk soon.